Welcome to the best post-race show ever. Extra credit to Sophie Phelps for hanging out. She literally just finished a moto in WMX on the roughest track of the day. I'm Jason Weigandt. We got Steve Matthes here, and Jet Lawrence is back there signing autographs. Steve, you got a flight to catch. I'll go to you first at my tiny mic. Who did you interview today?
I talked to Jet Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, all the Triumph guys.
Okay.
Not Alessi.
Did not get a Lessie today, but everybody else?
Guillaume.
Yeah.
Benny. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It was a great day for the Honda guys. What did the Lawrences say? They're happy?
Yeah, they're very happy. The bikes, they're in a better spot with the bikes, right?
Okay.
And they both mentioned that they're in a better spot with the bikes. Hunter was, not stoked on his overall day because he got 4-4 for fifth, but he felt like he rode good. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree. Like that first moto was awesome. That was an epic moto. It was phenomenal.
Yes.
So far we've been lucky to have that. And then Jet is Jet. He's an alien. What are you gonna do?
Sophie, it looked like they had them 12 different times. I don't know how much of the racing you got to watch while you were preparing for your moto, but there were at least 8 times where I'm like, they got him today, and they didn't get him.
No, and what's amazing is we've seen this time and time again. Every time we kind of think that, because he has such we talk about his smooth riding style all the time, but it might be because of that we think, man, look, these guys are really on it today because they look intense, they look on it, but he looks the same whether he turns it up or slows it down.
That's right. And the next thing you know, you're like, wait, what? It's 2 seconds again.
Yeah, when AP went by him, I tweeted, I'm like, he's a man, he's not a machine.
He can be beaten.
Yeah, like the Russian in Russian 4. He got passed. Jet got passed.
He got past.
Oh, my God.
And you're thinking he controls it from the front. He won't be able to get back. No, he got it back. He got it back.
Can we just say, what a Steve Matthes thing to do? There's a pass made and he tweets about it just immediately.
And referencing Rocky 4.
Yeah, that's pretty much my standard
That is
thing.
a
Kind of a loser.
No, I think it's awesome. That's fun.
How brutal was the track? You got, unfortunately, maybe first-hand knowledge.
I do have first-hand knowledge.
Okay, hold on. I want to jump in here.
Oh, okay.
I was interviewing Jordan when your moto went off, Jordan Smith.
Not Jordan Jarvis when the moto took off? Because that would have been wild.
That would have been pretty
interviewing
great.
Jordan Smith. We're in the lounge. You guys are on the TV. And Jordan's like, dude, they're 4 seconds off me right now. That's it. And the track is worse, obviously. Jordan's like, he was really mind-effed. Jordan was not doing a good – Jordan was not able to process that speed. So anyways, yeah.
I should clarify that I was not the one that was 4 seconds off of Jordan Smith. I was in 7th, but I was happy about that ride just because I had a great time and the track was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was super gnarly though, and to give you guys an idea, you'd go into a corner and, I mean, think about how fast these guys are running in, right? We know about this. We know you're running 20, 30 miles an hour, whatever it is. Coming into a corner and you have this host of line options. You have to remember what every line is. I know we talk about this is motocross, but it just, you see it on a new level when you're riding what these guys are riding every week. So anyways, the ruts were extremely deep, up to your knees and extremely bumpy. They were crossing each other. It was all over the place. And not to mention the elevation.
Yeah, kick that in. Now, they cleaned up, I heard, some of the track.
Yes.
So it's like you literally go to one section versus the other, smooth, and then knee-deep ruts?
Yes, and it's kind of like we talked last week at Hangtown, that the Fly 150 and big jumps like that are sort of jumps where you can take a deep breath in the air. And we have, a couple big jumps here like that, but that's what it felt like, was we were riding in this really intense stuff, and then every so often we'd get a corner where we could hang it out and almost take a breath. I mean, you're still on the gas, you're still riding a dirt bike very hard, but it was a little bit easier.
Let's talk to the 450 riders from the press conference, and then I'll press you on a few more guys. Let's go, Tom.
Well, I was starting to question if I was colorblind because I swear I looked back and I saw a red bike and then there's an orange fender on the inside in one turn when I went wide. So I thought I was colorblind at first, but then I saw it was AP and those two, I think they had a lot better lines than I did in the first one, and I was struggling with my line choices a lot. In that one, kind of, when you're out front, you try and stick to your lines, where when they're behind, they can kind of adventure a little bit and find different lines. So, especially on these conditions. But it was good. We had a good battle. It was fun racing against AP in that one. It was I had fun in it. And yeah, it was good to see HJ up there again. Just a good first race.
It was nice. I mean, I haven't raced Thunder since 22, so good to be back and have a healthy weekend. I've had some unfortunate luck, like at Denver Supercross, so just to the point where I was kind of getting actually some eerie vibes. So just happy to get through the weekend and see the Colorado crowd.
I don't feel too much of a change. I'm pretty much on the same setting that I ended last year on, and I think I've just gotten like my base fitness level is a little bit better, so I can push more. But I've gotten a little bit better at picking good lines and just keeping watch. I learned a lot in Supercross that I have to move around and not stick to one line, so I've been doing that a lot. And I think I'm just overall getting better. I think a couple years ago, Jet came in and kind of elevated what we're doing, and I think we have just gotten better. All the guys around him. So I think we've just kind of grown as a 450 class, and I think we're going faster than ever right now.
Let's switch to the 250 class. Speaking of Rocky and Russian,
It kind of looks like Drago.
which guy?
Harup.
Harup does. We'll get there. I was going to
Oh.
say the Russian of that class, the Ivan Drago, is Hayden Deegan. He also is beatable. We just found that out.
Yeah, he's not a machine. He's a man.
Yes,
Also,
yes.
a great race. Those guys were 30 seconds ahead of third place in both motos.
Yeah.
They absolutely crushed it. Now, Levi Kitchen rode amazing. Marchbanks rode amazing. I'd love to see if those two
Yeah.
monsters could have got a start, because I think they could have been there. Their lap
Yes.
times were really good, but they didn't get starts.
Yep.
And then the top two guys took off. Good job, Hymas. I was a little critical on one of my dumb shows this week of Hymas.
You were critical of Hymas at time. There were times you were critical.
On one of my dumb shows, and he showed up.
Oh.
He was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, look at what a professional. So Chance Hymas jumping in here. You were critical of him on your.
Good.
You were critical of Chance Hymas
I
at times,
said
Steve Matthes.
He's always critical of me.
Oh, true.
Always.
True.
I said, if you're VL, Kitchen, or Hymas, you DNF'd a moto, and you want to beat Hayden Deegan, this is a tough deal. It's a tough ask. But what you can do is put 6 points on him. So you can't do that. Why is he so good here?
Yeah. What's the deal with this, dude?
I like ruts.
Okay.
I mean, he's good at High Point. There's ruts at High Point. It's a good
I
point.
usually do good when there's a lot of ruts.
Iron Man, ruts, good.
Okay. Unadilla was magnifique for a bit. We had ruts.
Until the incident,
I
that
don't
was
remember
going,
much of it, but-
going great. So maybe, okay, ruts.
Maybe we're on to
Great.
something.
Yeah, great.
You got to catch a flight? You
Yeah, I
gotta
gotta
go?
go.
All right. Steve's got to go.
Great job.
I'd way rather talk to.
Yeah, talk to him.
Yeah, I'd way rather talk to the guy that won. Welcome to the Twisted Tea Post Race Show, Chance Hymas. You actually know Sophie Phelps, by the way. You're like buddies, right?
We're great friends.
Yes. That's cool. Yeah, when you're calling him Chunk, that means you go way back. Dude, we always knew you could do this.
Yep.
My guy James Stewart, he might be the biggest Chance Hymas fan out there. He knows the talent, the ceiling. But I was honestly starting to get worried. I'm like, when is this puzzle going to get put together? Well, there you go. It got put together.
Hey, I was getting worried too.
Okay, okay.
I couldn't find the puzzle pieces.
Yes.
No, it's just I believe in myself that I can do this every weekend, But
Yep.
it's just find the bike a little bit and food poisoning last
Yep.
week, and just trying to build and trying to get my body better, trying to get the bike better. It's just you're tackling so much at once, and it
Yep.
just kind of get buried. So made good improvements on the bike this week. Body was back to normal for the most part. Was actually eating food and keeping it down. So,
Okay.
no, it's not just for me, but for everybody. Like they believe in me, and
Yeah.
we're in for the long haul. So they love seeing it because they stuck behind me, and I've had a lot more downs and ups in my pro career so far.
Yeah.
So I mean it's part of it, unfortunately, and you gotta learn how to deal with the ups and downs a lot.
You have learned that.
I'm on a pretty gnarly roller coaster.
You
at the
are.
moment.
You are.
So no, it's been good. We're enjoying it, and especially a day like this, me and Jet going 1-1. Wish Hunter and Joe could have been up there with us, but it's couldn't ask for much more. It's a perfect day,
I got two things for you. First of all, I heard you went back to Idaho this week. Is that true?
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Second of all, what does this mean going forward? It's the obvious question we always ask. We know if you unlock it, you can do this all the time. So in your
Yeah.
head, what does this mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I go into every weekend with the same mentality that
Okay.
I can go in and win.
Yeah.
That's most importantly, just put my best foot forward and starting the day off right. And I feel like I executed everything perfectly today. I had a couple of moments in the motos that I wasn't super happy with.
Yeah.
And I felt like I could have been better, especially picking up better lines with fast lappers. But overall, like going into next weekend, like the plan's still the same. Like if I don't go 1-1, but I'm on the podium, like it's still a good day.
Okay.
But like I gotta be more consistent. But obviously, if I don't go 1-1 next week, and everyone's gonna say, "Oh, it's a fluke,"
Oh,
But
yeah.
these guys suck.
What went wrong? Yep.
It's just a Lakewood thing.
That's
but
true.
That's why
Yep.
that's why they sit on the couch, right?
I'll probably say it myself. So we'll be ready. We'll have knives out. All right, go relax. Good job, Chance Hymas. You both have come a long way. Yep.
We try.
Yes.
We try.
We're going to go to the press conference, including him, for 250s.
Yeah, it felt really good. That monkey's been on my back, and I could never get it off. So it was finally just me executing a day like that, and Hayden was riding really good, and we kind of left everybody. So no, it was just starting the day off fastest both practices, whole shots, and leading every lap. I mean, it's hard to do that. So no, it was a special day for sure.
Yeah, I mean, today was pretty good for what it could have been in that first moto with my bike almost blowing up. But, yeah, honestly, it's a consistent day, and I doubled my points gap. A lot of these guys threw away their first rounds, and that's where I'm good, is I'm just consistent, and that's why I win these championships. So, yeah, I just want to stay consistent throughout the year, and if it's a 2-2, then we'll take it. But obviously we want to be winning. So we'll go back to work this week and hopefully come out on top next week.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't think I would be on the podium either until about, I don't know, halfway. I just trusted, like, in myself and my ability. And shoot, the second moto, I mean, I could see them. They were like half a lap ahead of me. But I could see Tom and Joe, and I think I was like 20 seconds down from them with like 6 laps to go. And I don't know. I mean, I just like unlocked a new speed at the end. It was actually pretty cool, and got up past both of them, and somehow an 8.3 got me a podium. So I'll take it.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up. I got a Twisted Tea to help me get through. Sad moment here. Sophie said she was going to race the first 3 rounds of WMX, and those rounds are over. So could this be the last of you on this show?
I hope not.
Okay.
But it seems as of right now, this might be the last.
Well, the great James Stewart, we had your moto on Peacock, and I mentioned how you were going to retire like 2 years ago at Loretta's. You came back last year to race WMX. You still came back to race 3 this year, and he's like, that's like Eli Tomac. And he's still out here.
That's the greatest compliment I've ever received.
That's why
possibly.
I told you, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But guys, like, I mean it for real this time.
Yes.
I think I'm actually toning it down.
Okay.
I gotta finish my college eventually. It's just I'm putting it off. It's going to take me 7 years to do a bachelor.
Yes, because you're racing.
Yes, because I'm racing dirt bikes, and it's really hard to do. I mean, I failed calculus too, who knows how many times, because I was racing dirt bikes.
At least you have an excuse. My daughter over there, when
you.
she's struggling in math class, she doesn't get to say she's racing on weekends.
The excuse could just be that it's hard.
It's calculus too,
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, amen.
Yes.
And just like everything these guys did today, that was a hard track. And man, what a difficult thing. I mean, again, just like I said earlier, I'm so lucky that I was able to see that track, and same with all of us other women. So I hope that we really showed how women can perform on a track that the men were riding.
I think so. It was pretty fun to watch. You know what? I will say this. Vegas SMX, we'll probably get you there.
I mean, I live nearby.
Yes. Okay, that might not be the end. As for Twisted Tea, thanks for backing the show. Headed to High Point next weekend. Chance Hymas is good in ruts. They got ruts at High Point. Chance Hymas could be good at High Point. And the 450 class is still compelling because even though Jet Lawrence wins, they're still close every week.
Yes, and there's so much going on behind him as well.
Yep. Yeah. Shout out to you, Aaron Plessinger. Almost won a moto straight up. And Cooper Webb and Jorge Prado are putting on battles that if you like took the first 6 guys out, people would probably be like, well, that's battling for the lead, right? It's Cooper Webb and Jorge Prado.
Right? Yeah. And it totally could be. I mean, our Supercross champion and a multi-time European champion.
Yeah, exactly. And they're in 6th and 7th. Anyway, that's our show. Thanks to Twisted Tea for backing us. Thanks for Chance Hymas for stopping by. No thanks for Steve Matthes. He was terrible. And maybe we'll get you back on the show again. It's been fun.
I hope so.
Yep. Thanks for watching.